Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, calling yourself crypto lifers, and jumping on into the live stream. Here we are, Saturday night. Isn't that crazy? You can make money on a Saturday night. You can make money sitting at home, doing your thing. You can make money on a Sunday night, a Saturday night, any night of the week when it comes to cryptocurrency. I'm going to attempt to drink this honey, but I kept it upside down the last few hours. Probably impossible. But get that honey. Look at the honey bubble. And it's funny, you guys saw me drink this entire thing of honey every day. Probably took about 3 weeks. The honey and the lemon water. I live and die by it every single day. Shout out to everyone here. We're going to jump into Bitcoin. We're going to talk about what we see happening in the market. We're going to break it down. Some iffiness, some up and down, but is there a scalp to be had? I believe there is. And I'm going to break that down right now. We're going to show you where I think is going on into Sunday. And if there's some money to be made in the markets or not, we're going to break that down and see what the charts convey. Let's see what the charts convey. Let's jump on in. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Look at all that money flowing in to cryptocurrency. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here is financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Okay. Remember, as we go through the motions here tonight, nothing I do and say here should be taken as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence. However, if I had to call this, it's a complex inverted head and shoulder, meaning you have a shoulder, you have a head, you have a little more right shoulder, left shoulder. That's called a complex inverted head and shoulder. If it cracks the neckline, which it shall 68% of the time, this should break on up to the upside, and that is the measured move of the complex inverted head and shoulder, 42,450. All right, we take a look at that 1 hour. It's still very oversold, double bottoming here, and I'm telling you, when the 1 hour comes all the way down like that, and you don't end up with a lower low, interesting enough, when I was looking at this morning, look at this. I flipped the chart. Look, cup and handle. There's your cup. There was your handle, and bang, and the measured move of the cup and handle was kind of right up to that point, right? So, and look, head and shoulder, that could have dumped, but did not. Or we should have pumped, but we did not, But that's why it's complex at the moment. So, anyway, first thing I wanted to show you is the complex inverted head and shoulder. You may not know what it is. You might want to look it up. Just Google it. And I type fast, probably a bunch of typos in there, but it should pick up what I threw down. The complex head and shoulder bottom, the pattern site, all right? So and then you have the inverted complex head and shoulders bottom, important bull market results, complex head and shoulders identification, all right? Get to know it at thepatternSite.com, Bukowski on complex head and shoulder bottoms. And look, it looks a lot like what we're seeing now. The two on the right, the two on the left, the two on the right, the middle head. Tell me that does not look like a complex inverted head and shoulder. I'll teach you every single day. We'll keep it learning. Every single time I'm here is a chance to teach. I could pass away tomorrow. You don't know whenever you can give someone, whenever you're not going to be able to give to somebody. So give whenever you can. That's my one thing. If we don't know when we're going to pass, and that means we never know when the last time we could be nice to somebody is. So that means we should be nice to somebody whenever we have a chance, because we never know. I live and die by that idea. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for donating your most precious asset, and that is your time. Your most precious asset, and that is your time, hanging out with the Crypto Lifer. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. 96 viewers, 109. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. And shout out to Tokyo Sex Whale. If Bitcoin looks good, how about Sushi or Sushi 3L when you get time, big guy? Let's take a look at it here real quick. Let's jump on in to Sushi 3L. Break it down. Bang, bang, bang. We'll look at Sushi and we'll look at Sushi 3L. How's that? We'll do you one better. All right, so I like what I'm seeing for Sushi. Let's break it down. Let's look at the daily. Number one, it's consolidating into a giant falling wedge. Take a look at the 3-day chart, which really wants to consolidate down and make a bigger move to the upside. Okay. Daily's a little spent. We'll see what can happen. Might just have to kind of come down a little bit more or go sideways for a bit. So the only thing is a lot of these coins, the daily still needs to kind of come on down and reset. So we're not out of the water yet. A lot of everyone's excited about these pumps, but I'm cautious. I'm very cautious. Could be a bear, it could be a bull trap. Just trying to get everybody excited. Mind you, and that's how you have to stay mentally strong against the market maker. That's why the name of the title is How to Stay Mentally Strong Against the Market Maker. The way you do that is to always keep a tether bag. 20% of your portfolio at least has to be in a stable coin ready to go in and out of the market at any given moment. You get in when the market's good, you get out. You get in when the market's good, you get out. You short when the market's dump, you get out. I learned this the hard way, and now I always keep a large, sometimes even 30%. It goes back and forth. So I have a whole portfolio. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, just explaining what I do to stay mentally tough against the market maker. I keep about 30 to 40% of my entire portfolio in Bitcoin right off the bat. And I buy it on the lows when everyone heavy fears. So I'm up so big on those buys, it keeps my mental state calm. Like when you bought Bitcoin at 2,000, at 3,000, at 4,000, at 5,000, at 6,000, right? You feel pretty, you're not that freaked out about 30K, 25K. You're all right. You're still like, okay, I'm still in the scarcest asset in the world. I'm still accumulating. I'm still doing my thing. I don't have a bag of fiat, right? And I've switched my mind to think the right way. See, it's not even about the money. It's about, have you switched your mind to think the right way? Are you stacking Satoshis? Are you going after the most scarce asset in the world? Or are you going to hoard an asset they're going to keep printing to zero? And go through history. Which side do you want to be on? What side of history do you want to be on? It's pretty simple. I made my decision about 5-6 years ago. Even before that, when I started buying gold and silver, I had made my decision. I said, enough is enough. I'm going to opt out. I'm going to opt out of the banking system as much as possible. So, because of that, now it's a lot easier for me to weather the storm against the market maker, right? Then I keep another 20 to 30% of my portfolio in stablecoin, right? And then the rest is in alt. So think about it. If only 40% of my portfolio is in long-term alt holding and the market goes up and down, so the market goes down 40%, 50%. So I lose 20% of my entire portfolio. You get it? And fine, you could say I lose a little more because the Bitcoin too as well, but I don't stress that because I hold Bitcoin long-term. It's a long-term play. Every single time I get into unless it's a 3-hour swing or something like that, but every time I accumulate Bitcoin, it's not for a swing trade that I'm going to be selling. Like, it's for a long-term accumulation. So, so me personally, that's how I stay mentally tough against the market maker. That's how I show up every single day, and I'm really not fazed because I have a game plan. I'm diversified, and I have a feeling of kind of where I want to be and how much I want to be in that place of risk, right? Managing risk, really, at the end of the day, making sure I don't have too much risk in one place, all right? Balancing act a little bit, all right? So look, Sushi did break out of this, pushing to the upside. We got to see it stay up. The 4 hours overbought as well as the daily, right? We're getting some signs of life here, though, on the 1 hour. The 1 hour for a lot of these coins is looking scrumptious. You just got to heed the idea that, if you do get a pump, you might get some bearish divvy, and then it might come on down for a retest, and then, so just be wary of that. That's all. But I think the chart conveys I could see some movement out of Sushi here. This is a bull flag, bull rectangle that is definitely, looking pretty sweet. Stochastics RSI are low, 15 minute. It's a little high for me on the 15, I'd have to see that come on down a little bit. Watch that go sideways, maybe pop up, even come back for a retest, So I'd watch it closely. When I get into a trade, I like the 15 to the 1 hour to be aligned. They're not at the moment. Doesn't mean anything. Anything is possible at any moment, but for me, that's what I do. All right. So that's what I'm looking at for Sushi, and Sushi 3L is about the same look. The whole market's gonna You know, any blue chip USDT coin is going to look similar to this. Not all of them, but about 60 to 70% of the mainstay coins. This looks like it's already kind of breaking out a little bit, which is interesting on the 1 hour. So that's interesting. Like, it looks like you're already getting a bit of a move. Okay. So, I mean, me personally, a lot of times, like when I'm ready for a swing, I jump in when the 1 hour. I find my support and resistance. Make sure I'm at like a 3. I really kind of need to be below. The only problem with this trade is I need to be below this, and it puts me at a lower risk. So like, this might be a trade I don't take only because I can't put my stop loss at a place of, yeah, I guess, you know what? I could be dangerous and find, look, there's resistance there, and I can slide up. And that gets me where I need to be at 319. 3 even, actually. So there it would be. All right. And then I just ride the 1 hour. I open the trade, and I put the stop loss. I don't look at it again. Simple. I open the trade, I put in the stop loss, and I don't look at the trade again. No emotions needed. When this alert hits, I look at the trade. If I'm out, I get out, right? You can also put an alert here because when you touch this area or get close to it, that is a previous rejection point. You might see a little bit of resistance there. And that's just kind of how I do it. Also a bit of an emerging cup and handle here. 1 hour is looking scrumptious, but we shall see. Thank you so much for starting it off on a Saturday night with the $5 super chat from my man Tokyo Sex Whale asking about SUSHI, one of the premier coins that came out when DeFi first started in August and July of 2020. SUSHI really took the cake for one of the first coins out there. Yeah, SUSHI. And there's SUSHI 3L. We're looking at that starting to breach this. If it can get above this resistance line and use that for a retest, you could see a bit of a move here. Shout out to Jordan Cadota. Thank you. Lifer Saturday night. Shout out to everyone here on a Saturday night jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 147 people, 81 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? It's just like, you know, I feel like you should have to hit the like button just to hear my voice. It should be like you can see me, but you can't hear me without the like button. Super chat, VRA and GALA. Let's take a look at VRA. Thoughts on VRA, KuCoin. P.S. What's the name of that site you use to research micro caps? Shout out to Cryptosaurus Rex in the game. To research micro caps, I mean, I use Token Sniffer. Token Sniffer is one, but you know, they're not all too reliable. Dex Screener is another good one. Dex Screener is where I really look at everything I need. You know, PooCoin is another one. Not being rude, but that's what it's called. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Wow, Henway, K. Schumann, Gina Bombina, Sadi Saleh, Dominic Patankak, Zero Allegiance, my man, Fidel Escobar, my dude. Shout out to Rodney Robinson in the game. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to Laramie Cruz. That's a cool name. Shout out to Billy Bob 369. Shout out to Edmund Coleman. Shout out to Craig Wayne. Don't forget the second Wayne on that one. It's not one Wayne, it's two Waynes. Craig Wayne. Gina's still on them sausage taco. Oh, come on. Stack McChange, Gina Bombina Anko. Let's get it. Crypto Lifer. Shout out to Keith George, T-Money. Tree City West has been here since the beginning. Shout out to Tree City West. Do your own research. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Akasha holding it down. Appreciate you, Akasha. Thank you so much for coming on in. Shout out to Faz. Shout out to Jesse Sven. All right. Let's get it going. So NKN's on my radar for a possible push to the upside. I like what the 50 minutes do, and it's oscillating. Watch NKN. 1 hour also wants to pop. It's been holding this flat area here, doing a bit of a flag. Again, anything is possible. Bitcoin will dump. It will take the whole market down. So watch your stop loss at all times. NKN on the radar for a bit of a pop. So I'm watching NKN closely. I don't give up easily. All right. Let's take a look at VRA. Thank you so much. Shout out to the hardest working man in crypto. Any thoughts on Everdome? It's a project partnership with MetaHero. They're doing a pre-sale. You know, I thought Everdome was a big deal. I like Hero a lot. It's sad how Hero dumped. I didn't get any Hero yet. I'm kind of happy I didn't fall into the because first I knew it was hot. Then I was looking at other projects. It pumped. I didn't allocate at the right time. I felt I was chasing, so I didn't jump in. It continued to pump. I never chased. Then I felt FOMO. I was like, man, I'm going to have to buy this at the highs. And then I couldn't believe. And then I was patient. And now I'm like still watching it like, But at the right time, I will begin to build a bag, $300 at a time. And I think that's the proper way to do it with something that I want to hold long term. So I keep a swing bag. Then as I allocate savings, I build up a savings. When the saving hits a limit, I say, okay, I'm going to allocate certain amounts into certain coins at certain times. And that's what I do. So like I'll pick Hero and I'll say I'll put $300 into Hero 10 times, 20 times in the next month or two. I build up a $3,000, $6,000 bag, a beautifully DCA bag, right? And none of it is FOMO'd in at the wrong or right time. Then I can catch the bottoms or the top, That's how I do it. Now, the only regret I have is sometimes I don't get enough on the bottom as much as I could. But what also happens is I don't get left carrying a bag through a bear market as well. And I still have firepower to actually start to buy through the bear market. So there's a give and take to it. Nothing's going to be perfect, but you got to protect yourself in some way and have a system that's sustainable. The key is the market's going to go up and down. Can your boat go through can you be alive in 8 years? Will I be here 8 years from now? I'm pretty sure I will. I was here 4 years ago. I'll be here 4 years from now with a bag ready to trade with a nice bag, doing my thing. So don't write it on the teleprompter. He will read it. Shout out to Chris Ray. I've been here since milk and butter. That's funny. Yeah, that was the worst thing I ever did, buy that milk and butter. Remember that dude? I had that dude on the live stream. Yeah, milk and butter are going to be great. Nah, he was a nice kid. I'm not trying to... He was a nice kid. I hope his dreams came true, but they didn't. I mean, milk and butter's in the gutter. But it is what it is. Everyone has a dream, right? Not everyone's dream comes true. Sad to say, there's a million coins out there, right? Not every coin's going to make it. Not every coin's going to make it. It's just not going to happen. Okay? Well, let's take a look at VRA. Thank you so much for putting VRA on the radar. I hold a bag of VRA. Got into it when it was first on Uniswap. Before it was even on KuCoin. When you couldn't get a bag. And almost everything looks similar. One thing I do want to hesitate to show you is, that's what's called a diamond pattern. When diamonds enter from the bottom, they tend to leave out the bottom. Okay? So I do have to say that looks like a bit of a diamond. And, all right. So I would just be careful because we know we've been doing this in my group. And this is, not everybody knows this pattern, but the diamond should dump to the downside. Doesn't always. Could play out like an ascending triangle and make a nice break to the upside. So we shall see. I have to warn you, the 4 hour is in a, bearish way and already starting to dump there and getting bearish. So I would watch that 4 hour. All right. Don't, the 1 hour might get you through, but don't try to trade through the, so when I trade the 1 hour, like I'm showing you here, and the 4 hours not in my favor, it's highly more likely that I get A, less of a pump, and B, that the 1 hour rolls over for me and I don't get as much as I thought I was going to get. So just keep that as a lesson. However, I have played the 1 hour when the 4 hours been like this and I've gotten a pop. So anything is possible. So that's why I play it with a stop loss and throw my chips with a chip slot. Right? Everyone thinks that when you're a YouTuber, when you have a trading group, that you obviously know everything, that you're going to know exactly where the price is going to go every time. That's not the case. All you do is the probabilities of what you've seen before. You've seen more things than everybody else. It's like a race car driver. Like he's avoided more crashes maybe, or he knows when to accelerate at the right time based on the probability of how many times he's gotten out of a jam doing that, right? So it's like he's been in the race, but that's another thing. Everyone wants to have what their teacher has, or everyone wants to have what a technical analyst person portrays or shows. And you can get it, but it's going to take time. Like, I used to think I could watch these videos and just learn how to trade. I was like, what am I going to... And it dawned on me that there was no learn how to trade. Like, there's learning the ropes. And it's like this. Let me try to put it this way. This is like the worst example, but it's an example. All right. I go to gardening sometimes because it's easy and it's an easy example. But let's talk about gardening for a split second, right? So when you're 7 or 8 years old and you've never seen anyone garden before, you don't know what they do. You don't know what tools. You first go to Lowe's with your dad or mom and they're like, look, this is like the little thing. Or you see your mom outside, or you go into the basement and you see that there's a little shovel. There's this little fork thing that looks like a fork you might eat. And you're like, what is that? You know? And someone says, these are the tools. That's very similar to like someone being like, this is TradingView. This is the paintbrush. This is the, you know, and you got to learn what the tools are first. So first you learn the tools. Then someone says, this is how you use the tools. Like, you dig into the hole a little bit. You use this to scrape away the sides because this can't get at the rocks, but this will get through the rocks. And this will actually make it easier if there's a lot of, you know. So you use this to scrape away, and then you get the dirt out with the shovel. And you're like, oh. And then they teach you how to use the tools, right? So when they teach you how to use the tools, are you a good gardener now? No. You now got to garden for like 2 to 3 years. Oh, this plant dies in August. If I, you know, oh, I overwatered this day. Yeah. 3 years later, you know how to garden. You have a better relationship with the plants. Very similar to trading. You're not just going to get it just because you watched the video. It's not going to happen like that. You're going to begin to get it, and you're going to be given the skills you need to learn, right? Like, I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to provide with the information you need to continue to grow. But at one point, you have to get into the pool. You got to put in some laps. You got to swim back and forth. You got to feel the water against your face. You got to feel the pull. You got to push yourself through the currents, and you got to understand, you know, your own ups and downs. You feel out your emotion. Get to know thyself. No, I believe this. No other profession besides trading, you know, and maybe all of them, but in my opinion, no other profession will make you more disciplined, more self-reliant, and more in tune with oneself than trading. You have to know every little fingertip, every little emotion, every heartbeat you have. You have to be in tune with yourself, because if you're not, you will wreck yourself horribly, horribly. Thank you for providing the best TA content on YouTube. I am excited for the future of your channel. Could you take a look at SAITAMA? Shout out to Mario Hernandez for the $10 super chat. That's so nice of you. So nice of you. And look, putting the chat revenue at $33.98. Love that 33, baby. Love that 33. Shout out to Mario Hernandez. Thank you so much, Mario. Much appreciated to you. Let's take a look at Saitama Inu. Saitama, baby. And I haven't looked at it in a while. I'm very familiar with the coin when it first came out. Actually, a little upset because when the coin first came out, I overlooked it. We went over it, but I personally didn't jump on it. I was like, eh. And I should have, because I'd be up huge. We actually found it when it first really came out. We'll see. Maybe we wouldn't be up now. We'll see. Saitama for wrapped ETH. Let's look at it on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, so it had that huge run up. We looked at it down here when it first came out. Had that huge run up to the upside. Dang, I would have had such a part of that. But again, it happens. You know, you could kind of begin to say, are you cup and handling? To me, it's still, though, in this wedge here. The fastest TA in the West. Come here to get the fastest technical analysis in the West, baby. On the East Coast. No. Fastest gun in the West. This is Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, NFT news every single day. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Sunday nights for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close to get you ready for the week ahead. We go over the Dow futures that night. We show you what we're seeing in the dollar and really present a good picture of how Monday morning is going to look. So when you wake up Monday morning, you're not surprised by the markets. We put in that work Friday night to really get ourselves established and mentally ready. So there's your support and resistance lines. We're holding this support right here, which is nice. So if Saitama can stay here above 2663, get above here, I'd look for the retest or maybe even the bounce back off support or right here possibly. So I'd be looking at these two key areas for a bounce, 33.26 and 43.20. Those would be areas I would be watching closely for a bounce to show that it made this double bottom support and breached this previous resistance line. Possible slanted cup and handle that is breaking out. Possible flag here that wants to make a bit of a move. However, if you can see, it's kind of following Bitcoin. That was the Bitcoin dump right back up into the middle. Kind of, but it is in a bit of a flag there too as well, just like Bitcoin. Again, watch Bitcoin though. No matter how small the coin, it ripples through all single assets in the market. So crazy how it does that, but it does. Shout out to the lemon water drinkers out there. Stay hydrated, baby. Stay hydrated. Shout out to everyone here on the live. See 130 people hitting that like button. Appreciate each and every one of you for doing your thing. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sending that love. Shout out to the hardest working man ever, Dome. Everdome makes me laugh, doesn't it? No, pause. Wouldn't everyone like Everdome? Pause. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Bat USDT. Thanks for everything, my man. Appreciate you, man. Sup, bro? Domi. What do you think about it? I like Domi Online. I went over the video. I watched the CEO. I'm really into Domi Online. I like it a lot. The chart, I don't know. Let's take a look back at the chart. It's been a few days since I looked at it. I do like Domi, though. I connected with the CEO in the video that he made talking about his product. It's multi-chain. It's on Avalanche and Binance and Ethereum. That's going to, separate it. It's 20 cents, $6.6 million market cap. It's at the bottom. Again, I watch Bitcoin now and the total market cap. I'll be watching Bitcoin and the total market cap when they settle off. When I start to feel like we're at a pretty good point, that's where I'm going to look at this. So, but Domi, look, in a bit of a, see this? You could say that's kind of a cup and handle there. It did breach the cup. And it's funny, it's just like Bitcoin. Like everything is following Bitcoin. Everything's in this bullish rectangle. Bitcoin breaks out on the 1 hour, we'll probably get some love. But if you look at the indicator and I type in RSI and I hit Stokes and relative strength index. Yeah, Stokes are getting low there on the 4 hour. That's actually a pretty good sign for Domi Online. This thing might pop. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Wow, Domi flagging shoulder, head, and a shoulder there, possibly forming a bit of an inverted head and shoulder for Domi Online. I personally like the project, and I don't normally say that about a poo coin. $6 million market cap. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I like Domi Online. I think they're going to go far. I like the fact they're one of the, you see, they're a tiny coin no one's talking about, but they got an Avalanche, a Binance, and an Ethereum address. They're multi-chain. They're doing the right thing, and they're making a bit of a move. So I would write them down and definitely watch them. They're in the lows, and they could go to zero and turn into nothing. I have to be honest. Like, it's pure speculation. But, shout out to Crypto Muser in the house. And everybody, give Crypto Muser some love. He's starting a YouTube channel. I don't know if anyone ever started something in their life, but it's nice to freaking give them some love. And so, he's my buddy. We met when we were about 12 years old. I'm 38 now, so I've known him a long time. I don't want to do the math right now, but you can, I'm old. Anyway, he's got 200 subs today. That's a big deal. You should be super proud of yourself hitting 200 subs, my friend. Getting up to almost 50 views a video. I love what I'm seeing here. I saw one of your videos crack 200 recently. Not too shabby, right? 98 right there. Okay. 240 right there. See? Keep doing what you were doing with this video. A little more. I don't know what you did there. Maybe it was the day, maybe it was the time. Try to look back on what you did. But 240 views. You're doing well, man. Shout out to my man, Crypto Muser. Keep going, my friend. Don't stop. Radio Shack launched. Oh, yeah. Radio Shack was going to jump on it. I'll be up in here, never get picked. Guess I got a super chat with some shit because I ain't got no fiat. LOL. Check out DAG Constellation, yo. 3 Billy Max supply. Thank you so much for talking about DAG, Craig Wayne. I love DAG, man. I appreciate that. No, I just, I have a bunch of stuff I have to go over every time, right? And what do you think about NFTs? I love NFTs. NFTs are cool. Okay, so let's take a look at GALA. GALA had a bit of a move, right? GALA had a nice move. And I mean, that's a coin that everybody wants. Everybody was watching. It's GALA X on KuCoin. Oh, wow. Look at GALA going all the way almost to 33, banging on them. Now, what's interesting is GALA made the move out of what Bitcoin's in right now. The inverted complex headed shoulder, right? Which could break to the upside. GALA already broke out of it. We could actually put this onto Bitcoin. That's a fractal. GALA did the damage. In the last hour, GALA did serious damage. 26 up to 32. Bang, bang, bang. And look, I mean, if you played the way I play it, you would have seen, look, the 1 hour was low. You would have formed a flag. You would have touched the 21-day moving average. And then bang, with the 15 was low too right there with the fall, right? Could even kind of have this secondary low there. Bang, bang, bang. Wow. 27% gains in less than about an hour, under 3 hours for GALA. What do I see happening for GALA now? Well, it's got to cool off and come and touch the 21-day again. Something like this before it can move back to the upside. Take a look at that 4 hour though. 4 hour is very overbought. So what I do is you can look at everything you see here. Big move to the upside, right? It broke through resistance. This is great. Right now it's at this new resistance. So what you want to see is you want to see GALA come back down and bounce right here off of support at 29. And so what you would, in a perfect world, it'll make a flag, come on down, and the 21 will eventually catch it there, and that's when it will move back to the upside. It will have a huge move. It'll have a pretty big target if it can do something of that nature, and that will also resemble a bit of a cup and handle. And there you could tussle with a move up to about back to 50 or 60 or 45 for GALA. Okay? But again, it could get rejected here. That could make a lower low, and we could see GALA even go further down, so be careful. We're in a place where it's, they could suck a lot of people into thinking everything's back to normal just to kind of get them wrecked again. I wouldn't leverage trade this area as well. That's why I like to spot mainly. I'm a main spot trader. I don't push leverage trading on my subscribers or anyone in my trading group. Okay? I actually make money teaching people, so I don't need to make money, watching people get wrecked leverage trading. It does me nothing. And to me, it's similar to blood money. And I'm all set. I don't need that. I want to make real, honest money. Right? Again, I'm not hating on anyone who does it. You can do it if you do it. It is what it is. It's all good. I'm not judging anyone. Do what you want. I personally try not. I have strayed away from it. I hope I can continue. They'd offer me a lot of money. One even tackled around $40,000 to $50,000 a month in my face. $40,000 to $50,000 a month. I could show you the messages. I really could. Thank you, IDEX Screener was the name. I couldn't remember. Lifer family, always taking care of the lifers. Thank you for helping us all. You do each day. 333. Shout out to Cryptosaurus Rex, man. Thank you so much. Dex Screener. Yeah, Dex Screener, baby. Deep dive on Everdome, Saitama, GALA 2X, and VRA. Wow, I actually did the super chats pretty quick today. Banging on them. Engine, GALA, MATIC, and Mana are being good to me. Shout out to D. Kennedy doing his thing. Shout out to my man D. Kennedy out there in Cocoa Beach. Much respect and love to you and yours, my friend. Much respect to you and yours. Let's take a look at Engine. Holding above 2. You could say it's in this falling wedge that wants to break to the upside. However, unlike Bitcoin, to me, it could still be in this wedge. This channel really needs to get above 216 to solidify a breakout and then come on down and bounce. Sorry. I want to see this come on and bounce. That's what I would like to see. Shoulder, possible head, maybe a little right shoulder action, something kind of weird like that. You never know. Bit of a dream. The daily is in a cup and handle. However, we're overbought on the daily too. I just caution everybody just to be careful. The daily very overbought, right? Okay. However, there was one anomaly when the daily was extremely overbought right here, and that's when we started just to make an insane move to the upside. So again, here the daily's overbought, and we start moving up to the upside right here and right here. right here and right here. So it can happen. I just want everyone to be careful. There is momentum there. But that's when you flip to support and resistance. And you start being like, okay, whatever the support and resistance does, that's really what I'm going to start listening to. All right? Okay. Shout out to Love Learning, writing an amazing comment. Let me read this. Patreon is an amazing 24/7 resource, exclusive lifer charts, beginner TA, learning library, traders from around the world, VIP charts and ideas. Hit the link for the Patreon. Thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on in. Thank you for the super chats. We went over super chat. We went over VRA, GALA. We did a deep dive on Everdome. We didn't really do a deep dive on Everdome. Everdome is a coin you got if you had been hodling a little bit of hero, right? You got some Everdome. So Everdome came through, helped you out there. So Everdome, there's a pre-sale coming up. The only way you could have had it is if you had staked your Everdome, you would have been whitelisted, and they chose people to be whitelisted for Everdome. Okay. Remember Dream Quest coming out with that NFT. That might push it up a little bit too, as well. So, Everdome. Let's go to the website at least. Shout out to Fidel Escobar. Love you, brother. Thank you for the $2 super chat with the little guy flying with a cape on. Little chicken with a cape. And his little buddy there tweeting at him. Floki Iru. Shout out to Umo Eros. Shout out to all my awesome crypto fruitcakes. If you're a crypto freak, crypto fruitcake, crypto lover, put a peace sign in the comment section below. Throw that peace sign up. Put a 2 if you don't got the peace sign. If you got the emoji, throw them on up. My crypto fruitcakes, my crypto freaks. Shout out to all the lovers of crypto. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're not offended if I called you a fruitcake or a freak. I'm a crypto fruit. I love you all. I love you all. Shout out to look at all the peace signs coming on in. You know, we're a different breed. Most people don't understand us. Our neighbors look at us funny. Our brothers and sisters have no idea why we keep stashing Satoshis. They don't know what all these hardware wallets that we have and why we keep telling them that the Federal Reserve is printing them to zero. They look at us funny when we tell them about colonial script and, hey, why don't you buy in gold and silver? They think we're out of our minds. They think we're in some conspiracy theory world. When in actuality, we're the few people that actually have studied history. We have a grasp on what's happening. And we've been looking at what's been going down. Let's look at EGLD and the cup and handle for Sloan B27 for the $5 super chat. EGLD, Sloan B. Thank you so much, Sloan. Gina Bombina is a total freak. We know Gina. You've made it perfectly clear by now. Shout out to Crypto Freak, though. Talking about crypto. Yeah, you love your crypto. No, for sure. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Bitcoin returns to 40K, liquidating over $50 million of shorts in hours. Unbelievable. And don't forget about Pocket Network. That's been on the radar. Pocket Network. Just keep it up, you know. I don't want you to forget about the hot coins in the game. Yo, Sam. Thanks for the class yesterday. Great class. Very professional. Oh, Chance, anytime, man. Anytime. Crypto Lifer, Sam CP, thank you for the class yesterday. Great, very, very professional. Anytime, Chance. Anytime, Chance Sheridan. Jump on into any one of my courses. I will give you 110%. I dress as a professor. I act as a professor. I am your crypto professor. Saturday, you know, we try to hang out. Please analyze AVAX. Ooh, he got deaded real quick by the mods. Mods are fast, man. Y'all are funny. EGLD for the $5 super chat. Okay, Engine, Mana, and MATIC. It's going to roll. U.S. lawmakers issue warnings about digital yuan as Winter Olympic kicks off. Interesting. Do not accept any digital yuan. In a tweet aimed at U.S. athletes competing in China. With the opening ceremony of Beijing Winter Olympics, all competing athletes currently in China. 2 members of Congress are warning the potential dangers of using the digital yuan at events. Toomey claimed the digital yuan rollout among an international crowd could help set a standard in cross-border payments, potentially threatening U.S. interests. The Federal Reserve has floated the idea of releasing a digital dollar, but has not reached a decision to do so. The Pennsylvania senator reportedly asked the Senate, the state, and Treasury departments to report on the number of foreign visitors using China Digital Yuan to determine if the Olympics rollout could provide any useful information for U.S. officials considering a CBDC. Ooh, as the music stops. Interesting. Solana Prime closes seed round for a primary market GameFi and DeFi dApp on Solana. Solana Prime, the Solana-powered fully decentralized ideal launchpad platform, has closed its seed round and is set to launch March 2020. The impressive rise in popularity of NFTs, DeFi, and gaming projects in the last 2 years has brought about the need for quality launchpads to help projects gain the funding and liquidity needed for a successful launch. Solana Prime has chosen Solana as the go-to blockchain network to build on, considering it's today's most scalable blockchain to support a wide range of upcoming on-chain gaming and metaverse projects, given its unparalleled transaction per second and low fees. However, I just believe it could be pretty centralized, because eventually a node costs so much. What happens there? As Bitcoin is hitting 41,555, holding nicely, we expect the DeFi and GameFi space to continue its upward trajectory, and Solana Prime is here for it. Solana-powered projects building for DeFi, GameFi, and the metaverse and other verticals that pass our strict due diligence standards will have a secure gateway to funding through Solana Prime Launchpad, and our community will have access to invest in a curated primary market of high potential projects and utility tokens. Solana Prime. Just putting that on your radar. And Dream, we've talked about this already, but Dreams getting a little bit of move and connecting to Sandbox there on the marketplace. You know, just want to look at that. Metaverse token surge after Meta tanks. Dorsey roasts DM after it shuts down. A new malware can target 40 browser wallets. Holder digest. Interesting. I'm like seeing like a piece of like, okay, there you go. Sorry. The malware checks a set language of device and it matches the language ID of locations such as Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Russia. The software leaves the system without any malicious activity. According to a report from Security Research, 3Export, a powerful new malware variant known as Mars Stealer, an upgrade of information stealing OSCI Trojan of 2019, can target more than 40 browser-based crypto wallets, including MetaMask and Coinbase Wallet, along with popular two-factor authentication extensions. The nefarious software utilizes a grabber function that steals private keys after it has been downloaded, unbeknownst to the user, who may have been visited or utilized various channels, such as file hosting websites, torrent clients, and any other shady downloaders. Notably, the malware checks the set language of the device, and if it matches the language ID of locations, such as Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Russia, the software leaves the system without any malicious activity. However, for any device with language outside of those categories, the malware targets files holding sensitive information such as crypto wallets, address info, and private keys. Then it leaves without a trace. It's pretty shady right there. I'd be very careful. Okay? Do not download shady things. Be careful of the websites you go to. And, always back up crypto to a hardware wallet if you can. Myanmar's military government considers launching digital currency report. That'd be crazy. And Pocket Network grows revenue by 14-fold in 90 days. Pocket Network. I don't want us to forget about Pocket Network. So bang, bang, bang. Okay. Continuing forward, back to the TA. Just wanted to keep you up to date with the news. And some of that will come into good TA. And it will come into play later on. Is EGLD in a cup and handle on the 1 hour? We'll take a look at that for Sloan B27. Where are them disco biscuits tonight? Shout out to Maddie Lewis. Disco biscuits, baby. Disco biscuits. You've been hanging out with Raekwon way too long. I hung out with Raekwon and, he used disco biscuits, and then I said it in front of him and he looked at me. He's like, who told you that? And he loved that I said that. He was like, man. He's like, this dude's all right, man. This dude's all right. Yeah. I would love to tell the real story, but I feel like it's just not. It's not right for the moment. Maybe in a private setting. Yo, working, but listening to the Lifer this Sunday morning. Let's go. Best mode squad around. Shout out to Dingo. A Dingo ate my Satoshis. Shout out to my man Dingo. Appreciate you for coming on in every single time. Missed that EGLD. Sorry, hun. Shout out to Gina, Bobina. It's okay, Gina. You'll be I could say it, but it won't come off. You will get your you'll be reprimanded properly. I don't know. I'm just messing around. No, I'm sorry. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Maybe the dingo ate your baby. Yes. Disco biscuits. That is ecstasy. Disco biscuits, man. That's crazy. Shout out to VR. We're going to take a look here at EGLD. And I mean, just like a cup and handle was right there on Sushi, probably looks just very similar. Ooh, and look, EGLD popping out of the cup and handle. EGLD getting busy here. Look at this. The 1 hour wants to fly, and it's actually going right now. Look for it to break this resistance, and once it does, I can see it easily pop up to 182. EGLD for a pop to the upside. Breaking up. Getting a bit of a move. EGLD. One of my favorite coins. I can see it back up to 500. EGLD, man. This thing was $20 just a year and a half ago. Still holding an 8X and continuing to the upside. This thing was $540 just about a month ago when it ran up to the hollow ride move in December. Yeah, I mean, it isn't a bit of a cup and handle. I'd give it to you on the 1 hour for sure. There's your cup. There's your handle. It's also a bit of a shoulder with a huge head and a right shoulder there. Pause. Anyway, I didn't, you did. But anyway, you catch it, right? Did you catch it? If you didn't, I was too fast. And if I was too fast, then whoever got it did, and whoever didn't. Let's keep it on moving. This could pump on out. Look for a retest. You always want to look for the retest of that support line. If it breaks it, could get a bit of a pump or make a bit of a flag here on the 15-minute. Look at the 15-minute is extended. It is. So that may be a rejection point. Might make a flag there before it even gets above it. I'd watch the 15-minute in tandem with the 1 hour. That's my special sauce. If you don't know what I'm saying, you might want to get into some tutoring. I'm a party animal over here. Did he say ball? No. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 170 likes, 210 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Depends where you bought ICP at. ICP also in downward wedge, breaking typically to the upside. Possible. Molly popping. Yeah, remember that? Molly popping? Yeah. No, it wasn't called Molly popping. It was called Molly... No, lollipopping. Wasn't it lollipopping? No, what? No, candy flipping. It was called candy flipping, man. You got to get your facts right. No, I'm just... So everything wants to break out. Everyone's in this precarious move here. All the alts want to pop. They just say, hey, I want to break out. I want to push to the upside. However, be careful. You could see something like this and just some more downward action. You have to take into account that 4 hour is overbought on almost everything. However, it is kind of flipping there. Do we get a double top on some of these things and a big move to the upside? We are seeing momentum. Okay. Remember that RSI is getting high. Everything's kind of getting extended. You've had a move. You had a massive move to the upside for the entire market. Remember, after a move, everyone thinks things keep going up. Nothing keeps going up. Look, came up nice, retrace. Came up nice, retrace. Came up nice, nasty retracement. We're not out of the woods yet. We need to bounce off the previous resistance that we've broken through. Bounce there or bounce there really is something that has to, really, I personally as a trader need to see for almost every coin. I don't care what coin it is. So that's why I'm not ready to like pump out tons of setups yet for the group. I'm not ready to be like, all right, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. I'm slowing it down because I'm like, hey. You know? Did Gina call me Pappy? Rodney Robinson, is the volume coming back? Just hopped in. Shout out to SRT Money at Love Learning. What do you know about candy flipping? Candy flipping, Nocturnal Wonderland. Raw. Shout out to Jesse M. Thanks for smushing these likes, lovies. Candy flip is where you... Oh, man, my man, Edmund Coleman. This dude knows it. Chad, I see you, man. Nice. I love pizza, bro. Roddy Robinson, breaking that resistance and bouncing off of it. Like the lifer said, is key. Definitely learning something new every day. Love it. Yeah, and then you want to bounce off of it a bunch of times. You know? If you can kind of like hit it up, like you want to like, you know, the more times you can. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one. Don't go. I was talking about. Let's take a look at UFO. UFO Gaming. That actually has had a nice ring to it recently. It's been pushing up. It's been pushing up. I talked about it here. So if you were in my group, talked about it possibly getting up here to here at 37%, and we got it for 26% gain. So congratulations to anyone that jumped into UFO Gaming. We posted this chart out, and boom, it boomed out. We had low stochastics on the 4-hour. It looked like it could make a nice move to me. I liked what I was seeing. Let me show you. If you join my trading group, we don't post signals, but I try to post coins that I believe where the money's flowing, you know? And I also just post the technical analysis. If the TA looks good, I suggest it so you can redo that chart and you can learn what good TA looks like, right? So like right here, I posted it. And what I did too is I posted this on February 4th, right? Possible scalp play here on UFO. 1 hour needs to retest. Support on the 1 hour looks bullish. Daily is looming, overbought. Be mindful of the daily chart, right? But so bang. Thought we could get up out of here. Showed you the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart in tandem. Showed you how the 1 hour had to come on down, but the 4 hour looked nice to me for a pump to the upside. Now you can see the chart here. So you can see we'll hit the link. There's the chart given, February 4th, timed out, ready to rock. And today is now February 5th, about 24 hours later. And bang, bang, bang. There it is. I play it. And look, no stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. If you use the previous resistance lines and previous support and resistance, bang, bang, bang. So that's how we do it here. Now it's starting to come back down for a retest, possibly. A retest. Bouncing off that support. Honestly, I'll tell you something. This could be looked at as a slight cup and handle too as well. What I like about it too is the 4 hours ahead of a lot of other coins, so it's a little bit ahead of itself. Only thing you got to be wary of though is, you know, the daily is extremely overbought here. But, you know, if things are bullish, we could still see it kind of go sideways and continue on out as it does something like that. It could be some real good daily divergence. So let's watch this cup and handle on the 4 hour. And what I do is, you know, when I can't tell, I just keep trading it with a stop loss till I get stopped out. It is what it is, and then go from there. So I like what UFO is doing. It's extremely low. Look at this thing. I mean, it could be the trade of the night. It's had more momentum than a lot of other coins. I can see it bust up to the upside. You got a lot of support and resistance closer to the entry, which I really like. So you can do 11% on 36, which is a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I like what I'm seeing here for UFO Gaming. Appreciate you for asking about UFO. TA on FTT, please. I love the lifer community. Shout out to Patrick Pakiorkowski. I don't know how every time Patrick Pakiorkowski. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on in. Did all my lurkers like the like? Shout out to all the lurkers jumping on in. Let's look at basic attention token. DOMI online, we hit it. Engine, Mana, MATIC, Dent, and FTT. I mean, he said all those were treating him well. I don't know. We're going to go over every single one. One super chat can't cover 5 asks, but I'll probably slide them in anyway. I guess somebody wants to put, you know. MACD looks to be in a healthy position, turning to the upside blue line. We're oversold down here on the stochastics. RSI is forming a downtrend too as well. 15-minute about to push up. I like what I'm seeing here for UFO. Everything in my system says it was a go-go. Not too long from now. I like what I'm seeing for UFO to the upside. Possible 36% gains out of UFO. We already traded it for some gains. That is still without stop loss. UFO, baby. Where can you do that? On KuCoin. KuCoin is the premier place to trade worldwide. Link in the description below. Use my referral link. It helps the channel. I will disclose all those links below do help the channel. Send commission or help me in some way, shape, or form. So I greatly appreciate that. Check out UFO on KuCoin. UFO Gaming, baby. UFO Gaming. Very, very small coin too as well. Very, very small coin. All right. Will you be posting the recording of the unexpected live stream share from last night in the Patreon? Had hubby doctor appointment, so I missed it. Just wondering. Thank you. You know, I actually could. I never realized it. I think I still have it. Possible. I don't know, though. I don't want to be like prerequisited to do things like that. So maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to dig it out. There's a chance. VRA looks like it's breaking out of the diamond pattern. Interesting. ADA breaking out. Let's take a look at Cardano. Someone says ADA is breaking out. Let's take a look at Cardano. We got eyes all over the market. That's what this live stream is for. Supposed to have 200 people, 300 people, 500 people. I would like everybody watching the market all in tandem, and we don't miss a beat together. So Cardano breaking out for sure. Could be a fake out. We shall see. But Cardano does want to bring back Cardano to 125 from 113. And almost everything's in the same exact kind of emerging cup and handle that I talk about, right? It's all about your support and resistance lines. Can they hold? Do you get a bounce? But Cardano wanting to make a move. Yeah, 50 minutes a little spent there. I'd look for a flag now or a bounce off support or resistance. So like that, like I look into this. And this is where this is why I have multiple screens, because I would look at this closely, flip this to another screen and have it sit there all night. What I do is I hit duplicate. I flip that to another screen, and that's just, I watch that flag now on Cardano on a smaller time. Look what I also see. Look, shoulder, head, and the shoulder. They're not perfect, but algorithms don't really care. Love the weekend vibe. Shout out to Crypto Roro with a $5 Canadian. Just sharing my joy, big dog. Shout out to D Kennedy. Love you, my friend. Love you, my friend. Thank you. See what I'm saying? Tell my daughter Sadie to learn to be a lifer. She's 11. Sadie, you got to learn to be a lifer, Sadie, all right? Do the right thing for your daddy and your mommy, all right? Don't listen to those dirty bankers. Be a farmer. Be a farmer, a crypto farmer, a farmer of organic food, Sadie. Drink the organic foods. Eat the fresh vegetables. Organic pastures, Sadie. Do what you got to do to stay alive. Don't let them take your soul. I love you all. And the children are the future, man. So beautiful. I watch my daughter all day. My two daughters, they're so beautiful. I love my kids. Gala has a project I've been in for a minute. So pumped about this one. Are you guys holding this one long term? We love Gala, yes. Gala is a long-term idea for sure. We like it a lot. We like it a lot. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm watching Cardano. A bit of a cup and handle too that could possibly pop to the upside. We'll watch it closely. Sammy cup and handle, he strikes again. The other day I was watching football, I said, is that Bob Costa? No, that's Crypto Lifer. He sounds just like Bob Costa, I swear to God. Is that Bob Menery? Wow, look at this thing starting to show some signs that it wants to pump again. This thing has been the gift that just keeps on giving Jupe. And can Jupe give us some more? Let's take a look at that 1 hour, that 15 minute. Ooh, Jupe wants to do it again, baby. We do see some bullish hidden, some bearish divvy there. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Suggests that we may have to come on down. Wow, the 4 hours ready to rock, though. I like what I'm seeing on these smaller time frames. I would watch Jupe for more, baby. This thing has just continued to give. Continued to give the love. Another 47% gains coming out of Jupe. And can Jupe do the damage that it wants to do? We had it here at pump. We had it there at pump. We had it here a little bit at kind of pump. So Jupe back on the radar again, forming a bit of a flag too as well. Pumped out of that flag. And that has a bigger measured move as well that it really hasn't even fulfilled. If you took a look at this here. Swing down to swing down, and Jupe could break on up Jupiter. That's not even done yet too. So bang, bang, bang. I like what I'm seeing for Jupiter on the radar. 47% gains possibly coming. Let me hit my long tool. Bang, bang, bang. My supportive resistance. That's previous resistance. We bounced off that. That's actually an SR flip in the making. That's actually a beautiful thing. High risk, high reward. They can easily come and grab your liquidity at any moment and then flip it up to the upside. I've seen them do it 100 times. They probably will, but be careful. I like what I'm seeing here for Jupe, though. Remember, all eyes on Bitcoin as well. If Bitcoin doesn't perform, even Jupe could take a beat down with it. So remember that. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I do and say here is not financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Okay? But Jupe looking nice to me. I like what I'm seeing for Jupe. Okay? And I'd be wary, man. This thing looks like it's about to move pretty fast. I'd be careful. I would watch this very closely. Bots get a hold of these things on KuCoin. and they are out of control. So Jupe wants to make a bit of a move here. Jupe about to bang on them to the upside. Thank you to everyone sending the love, sending the super chats, and supporting the dude. Let me do what I do every single day here on the channel. Love the support, love the love. You have no idea. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for sending in the love. Okay, Sven for the 199. Thank you so much. GALA, 55% gains. Bang, bang, bang. I had a meeting with a branch bank manager and blew her mind telling her about 20% APY UST on Anchor. Right? They're like, you're like, yeah, why would I even mess with you? Can I get all my money out, by the way? I want it in USDC, peace. Just had some Vietnamese food with some spicy sauces. My face is melted. I think you like that spicy sauce, though. I think you like that. Good peeps in here. Shout out to Gina Bombina. Thank you for the $10 super chat from Smoke Eater FPV. Tell my daughter Sadie to learn to be a lifer. She's 11. Nailed that. I think we took care of that one. Sven for the 199. Thank you so much, Jesse Sven. Love the weekend vibe. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at MATIC. Can MATIC get on up there? Let's take a look at FTT as well. Jupe on my radar. I think Jupe's going to start making a bit of a move. I would watch Jupe. Things about to pump hard. I mean, the 15-minute, the 1 hour ready to rock, as well as the 4 hour, everything that you look for. Forming another flag, hit resistance, bounced off that, forming a SR flip. Low stochastics, MACD wanted to turn, falling volume with falling prices. A reversal is happening. I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles for a move. It's got everything kind of going for it right now. So that 15-minute is about to fly. I mean, I love when the 15 minutes there. That's my entry point. Always the bottom of the pattern is when the 15 minutes about to move. That's also where divergence occurs. If you want to find some divergence just to make sure you're feeling good about it, go look at the 7-minute here. And even the 7-minute, look, there was your main divergence, which is called the bottom right there, your swing down, where we bounced off the support line. And usually that's where you're going to find your bottom, and that's it right there. Even this is slight divergence. It's like Class C because you got a slight bang, bang, bang. But this is starting to move to the sideline there. Look. And there's Jupe starting to make a bit of a move there on the 7-minute. Getting a little bit of action there. Some volume pumping into Jupe. Can it crack? Once it cracks this zone here, this is its resistance. So if, the safest thing would wait for it to pump. Does it get a retest? Or once it breaks this resistance, I mean, it could gap up right up to this next region. I mean, there's really nothing there. You said there's one line there, but this is really the main resistance. It breaks that, it's gone. So it also has a gap up, which is something I really like to play when I'm trading, is a gap up zone. A zone where I can see there's clear movement, fast movement, with not a lot of chop on the left side, which gives price action a lot of fast movement to the upside. So I look for that. That's something that I really, really go for. And so this has a lot of bells and whistles that I'm looking for. Also, if I want to be insane like I am, I look for the bell, the Sabby Cupid Heady to the upside. Sabby Cupid Hattie. I mean, it sounds like he has a freaking sneasel nose. Sabby Cupid Hattie to the upside. I'll tell you what, Bobby. This is the first time I've seen a guy do anything like this in technical analysis. I'll tell you what, I mean, I haven't seen a guy do something like this since 1985. I was drinking whiskey on the top of a mountain. He's out of his mind, this guy. He's just completely out of his mind. I mean, I got to come up with a better bit and do something funny with the voices, but I definitely could make people laugh during the live stream as well. We could do something funny. Richard Hart. You could do Richard Hart impressions all day long. I mean, it's going to 10K. I mean, I called the top at 69K. I called 10K. I gotta work on his. I don't have his down yet. You already know. Shout out to Jimmy Phillips. Shout out to my man, La Surgic. Shout out to Jimmy Phillips in the game. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Much respect and love. Brother, love the vibes as always. Can you check out the 1 hour and the 4 hour on Phantasma? Amazing meta project. We love Soul. Phantasma is Soul. And look, there's the move there. There's the move for Jupe. Starting to get that push to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for Jupe. Can Jupe push a bunch of... Oh, it's trying to get a bunch of resistance. Can Jupe get above that resistance? That's the fight right now. Says it can. 1 hour's ready to rip. You're already getting the turn and you're breaking out. I mean, here we go, baby. Here we go. If you're not on the live stream right now, I'd watch Jupe closely. Jupiter been moving. Shout out to everyone here. 190 likes, 224 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Look, we're watching live trades break out. You're seeing my technical analysis break out. Low stochastics, movement to the upside, breaking resistance. Can Jupe do the damage that it wants to do, that it's been doing the last few nights? I can see this thing move with the volume, baby. It's cracking 3 cents to psychological place. This thing wants to move. Cup and handle as well on the 7 minutes. Sammy cup and handy. Look at the cup and handle here. There's a cup, there's a handle. Bang, there it does break resistance. There it does break resistance as we talked about. Massive candle up to the upside there. Massive candle to the upside for Jupe. Bang, bang, bang. Like and sub, y'all. Shout out to Crypto Muser. Let's see TA on Dent. I think our heart is a big full of himself, but Hex is doing well, so maybe he's allowed. Do a fake. You already know. Let's take a look at Soul. I'm going to put Jupe to the side, but that thing is booming. Look, we caught that right before it moved. Bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at Soul Phantasma. Engine Coin wanted to make a move. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Bitcoin getting a bit of a push to the upside, which is making all the other coins. Yeah, there's 41.6. There's Bitcoin getting a move green. Look at that. And Bitcoin's still in a flag, oversold in the 1 hour. I'll tell you what, I'm a man of probability, right? I just go with the way the probability goes. Let's go. This is what I do. I'll teach you this real quick, all right? I'll do you this service. Actually, no, I'm about to show you this. I got to get the likes up to 250 likes. If I do, I'm going to show you an amazing example. If I don't, hey, I'll save it for tomorrow night or another time, or maybe I'll just do it privately with my group. If I can hit 250 likes, I'm going to show you a cool example of what I see here and why I rely on my system and the way it kind of progresses. Show you a cool little something I can show you, but I'll show it to you in a second. Look at this thing moving. Jupe. Jupe, 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 jupe. And this is my track too. Jupe, 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 jupe. Get him, get him, get him. I like the way the big candles move. I like the way the big candles move. I like the way the green candles move. I like the way them green candles move. Bang, bang, ba bang, ba bang, bang. Bang, bang, ba bang, ba bang, bang. Bang, bang, ba bang, ba bang, bang. Bang, 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 ba bang, bang. Drunk off them gains, and I'm 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 drunk off them gains, but I don't do the alcohol. Drunk off them gains, but I don't do the alcohol. Just let the money fall. Drunk off the gains, but I don't do the alcohol. Let the money fall when I'm slamming with Satoshis. You don't know me. Blasting for the flow beats. I mess around on Saturday night, y'all. Got that handle on the candles, green candles that will break your ankles. Super chats, MATIC, Dent, FTT, VR, and PGX. Engine is a caged beast. We went over DOMI online already. We hit that. Basic attention token someone wants to talk about. Let's talk about basic attention token, BAT. And I hope I got your basic attention. If we can get the likes up to 250 likes, I'm going to show you something on that chart. I got it waiting for you. I haven't forgot. If you get me 250 likes, I'll keep it moving, and I'll give you a beautiful, beautiful teaching example, breaking it down. Okay, let's see what we see here on this 7-minute chart for basic attention token. I was a long-term holder of this. I stopped doing that. It takes a long time to make ends on these on that one, you know, like a long time. And every time it makes a huge gain, it gives it back pretty fast. Like you waited so long, and it finally ripped all the way up to like 166, gave it all the way back to 40 again, like ripped all the way to 197, gave it all the way. It was just like, I mean, that's kind of the market in a nutshell. But at the same time, like, this thing had lagged for so long before it really started to make a bit of a move. That's a little too trappy for me. I like this one. This one rocks. So look at this here. I mean, basic attention token does want to make a bit of a move here. However, to me, it's still consolidating, and it's going to take its sweet time. You can cup and handle this out, and it can handle its way on out of this. That's really what you need. Back up to somewhere $2.66 for basic attention token. But that's what I see in the big boy style. But it's got to come on down and hang out on the daily time frame too as well. We'll see. All odds on Bitcoin really when it comes down to the bigger plays here. Let's take a look at VR. VR wasn't looking good the last time I looked at it. Had some, you know, had some bearish tones to it, right? Let's take a look here. I'll look at it again fresh. I'll delete all my work and I'll look at it again fresh on the daily time frame. Yeah, so to me, it just kind of, it could be in a bear flag here on the daily. Could have been a lot of hype and no action here behind it. And maybe everyone that had a brain got out of this thing. Or, you know, not a brain, but like any VC that was playing with the market. Not to be rude if you still held, because you might have held, and I don't mean to be rude. But the smart money jumped out of this thing. Is, you know, we've been using, you know, a couple of my subs have been, you look at this MCDX, smart money. And it just shows you where the smart money is if it is there, right? And it's red when it comes in, and it, right there it was red and it left. All right, and then the green is the other money. Now, whenever the green gets very low in the EF quadrants, quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4, whenever the green gets into a quadrant, usually that is a bottom. All right. It's been a pretty good accurate indicator too, you know, mixed in now. I've been, you know, because it kind of goes in with what I look at, but it gets general areas pretty nicely. Once that green gets into quadrant 4, usually tells you you're pretty close to a bottom. The MCDX, smart MCDX, smart money. All right. So I'm just watching this. This one, you know, you could say, okay, shoulder, head, and shoulder needs to break to the upside. I'll give you that. 68% chance of a move. And I can see it move to the upside for sure. 1 hour needs to push to the upside as well. It is oversold. 4 hour is coming down. It could do a flip there. You know, And one could even say, okay, ascending triangle right here and try to say it's in this tight zone. But again, like VR's got to break above this resistance. And then I'd rather, instead of getting into VR now, I'd rather see it pump and retest this zone. Break through even here and retest maybe this zone. You know, I'm okay with missing something on the way up as long as I see more security for a bit of a move. All right. So VR to me isn't looking like a lot of other things. It's a little sketch right now. Could say it's in a giant double bottom, like it bottom there, and it's got a hold. You know? Okay. STX is similar too, but it broke out. See, look what STX did here, like I'm talking about. This is what I want to teach you. It broke out, and then it retested this zone. And that's where you want to make your move. Look. You go to a smaller time frame, you could really see the retest in action. So look, it broke out. Look, it retested here one time. Retested one more time. Off that resistance point that you got right there. Previous resistance becomes new support. Retest. The retest is the safest place to get in. These are 7-minute candles. So after the retest and another bounce, look, double bottomed. 1, 2, 3 is 21. Like, you have an hour right there. Like, look, after the retest, I mean, you got 4 hours and 30 minutes to figure out whether you want to make the play, and then you can get, I mean, so like, everyone thinks you have to do it immediately. You just got to recognize these behaviors. And the retest to the upside for the blast off from STX, right? This is what I'm trying to teach. This is what I do teach. This is what I teach every day. This is what I attempt my students to understand. This is what I want all my students to figure out, right? The retest to the upside for the bounce, okay? You can also call it a cup and handle, and that's what's called confluence. Then you start building multiple ideas into one idea, and and you get confluence, all right? And that gives you a bigger move to the upside. And now you're like, okay, well, we could go the leg. And now you got a measured move. Now you got something to play for. A lot of times my measured move will coincide pretty close to a resistance point. Look, there's your resistance point there. There is your measured move. It does that because the measured move comes from an algorithmic play on a Fibonacci as well. And everything can only move in these levels. So the previous levels will Fibonacci line up to the measured move, and it's all math that we're inside and out, and we can't escape it. It's amazing, right? High Lifers, or are we dead? Yeah, it probably is. No, I believe in it. They just got to do more marketing, and more people got to know about it. It's not dead at all. No, the project's alive, and the guys behind it are working really hard. So if any project is more alive than ever, it's ORE. So don't worry about the price. Price right now is not as important as development, okay? Believe you me, that team isn't giving up, and they're moving forward, and they actually have projects that can help other projects move. And that's a project that you want. They have an SDK, right? So that's why I like ORE. They're not just a game, they're a gaming system that can help games get created. They can help you get started, create your own system, your own coin, your own game, right? Juno has been the best chart of any coin I've ever seen. Also give me the best gains I've ever had. Juan Pablo, you are so appreciated, brother. Keep grinding, man. Thanks for everything you do. Shout out to Juan Pablo. Appreciate you, my friend. I won't stop, baby. Jonathan Neal, The Matrix. Beats go hard. Is this gangster Saturday night? Shout out to Fingbook. Sammy, more likes than the watchers. 231, baby. Can we get to 250? I know some people are still lurking. Can we get to 250? I'm working on an ORE video. What's up with Block? Block fell off too. Too many VCs got into Block and 500X, and now they just keep peeling it off. Because they're still up at 3 cents and 2 cents. That's the issue. Too much big money was in the Block in the back end. It was fun to trade when they wanted to pump it up. They used everyone to pump it up. It's kind of what they did. Still holding 30 cents though. But again, Block's like everything else. It's got to breach. Some coins have breached, some can't. Like every coin's in the same pattern, right? And some coins have breached and some haven't. And that's just the question, like, when will they breach and when will they not? And maybe some coins will never will, and maybe some coins do. So, to me, you got to get above this and do the retest, really. Let's get back into bitty Bitcoin for a quick second and see how my baby's doing. I don't go more than a few hours away from Bitcoin. If I do spend even a little bit of time away, it's never too long for my sweet Bitcoins. Wow, we're getting very high in the money line. Usually when that gets high, that's a good time to get out. I do have to say, when the red gets that high, I mean, red hasn't been this high on the 1 hour in a long time, though. Look at that. Yikes. The daily isn't even registering the smart money yet, so they haven't even come back in yet. So this is all retail, which isn't a great sign. Okay. Looks like they ran this pump up and got out. And the last bit of selling they did was around 48K, and then they started to leave. Need that smart money to come back in on the bigger time frame. 4 hours starting to move in. That's a good sign. All right, I'll take that. We're like right here then at the beginning. Interesting. Look at this. Everyone, I'm going to creep you out. Look at this. I found a fractal. Look at this. Similar thing was going on, right? Similar thing was going on, right? Look at this. This is going to blow your mind. Oh my God, this is nuts. We were in the falling wedge. We breached. We came up. We're in this flag right now. Look. And the flag got messy. I even called it a diamond because it went up and down. Look at this. Right? Came in from the bottom, but defied the pump. Look, there was your cup and handle. It was a cup with a handle. Right? And we blasted the length of the pole. All right? And bang. All right? Let's go to the future. We pumped up. We busted out. We formed a flag. We're in the flag. The flag did this up and down thing. Looks more like it on the 1 hour, right? Funny how we call this an inverted cup and handle, which broke to the upside. If you look at it on the 7 minute, it's kind of exactly what it was. Look, there's your cup. There's your handle, and it broke all the way up. Still holding the inverted head and shoulder And now if you want to stay real bullish, you know that the 15 minutes going to have to curl back to the downside. Hit this alert. So I put an alert here on the stochastics. No one moves at the speed of light like this. Most people's brains can't move this fast. I'm telling you, man. Stay with me, baby. I got you. So look at this. Keep it moving. And Bitcoin will break out of this little big bong. But what we got to see is we got to see this reset and stay on the flag. Breaks down from the flag, then we'll see, you know, we could see maybe shoulder head. This is, you know, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I'm just being creative here. Could that be a possible head and shoulder? You know, it could. Anything is possible. Again, though, we're still dealing with the inverted. I'm still, you know, and I'm probably bugging you out because I'm like, but he just said it was an inverted complex head and shoulder. And it is. It is. But anything is possible, okay? And just keep your eyes open, that's all. I just keep my six peeled, baby. You know? So that's how I track Bitcoin, and I'll be able to figure out what's happening. I'll get an alert on it, and I'll be able to keep my group privy to what's going down. And that's how I'm able to really keep my group intact. And that's how I'm able to track Bitcoin, because I have an alert on it every other 15, 20 minutes, you know. Every few hours, I'm getting an alert, I'm tracking it, I'm checking it, and I'm never leaving it be. I'll join in a second if you're listening, ORE. Pay a bish, though. Pay a bish. You funny, man. You too funny. Shout out to everyone here. 3 more likes, and we're going to get the teaching session going down. 250 likes. I know there's 3 more lurkers, and we're going to get to 250 likes. And look, at the time when I said that we were at 190, I thought it was impossible. But anything you believe in can happen. Anything you believe in can happen. I know we're going to get... Look, we hit 250 likes like that. And bang, bang, bang. Now I get to do the teaching. Okay. I had this window open, and I left it open so I wouldn't forget exactly what I wanted to talk about. So, trading to me is similar to... it's similar to, like, not gambling, but like doing, you just do the same. Look, 1 hour is low here, one time. All right, number one. So look, number one. This is an amazing thing I'm going to do here. Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. So if you have a 1 here and you hit cop and then you paste it, you can't get it over there. That's something they need to fix. But if I put a 1 here, right? So look, first one. 1 hour was low. Beautiful pump to the upside. All right. 13.65% gains out of that. Beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. I want to attempt to record this, but it might freeze me for a second here. Hold on. Being advantageous here. All right, I'm back. Don't worry. So look, oversold in the 1 hour. And you got 13.4% gains. All right. Number one. Here's the number two. Right? And look, and then you get out of the trade when the stochastics hit, and that's why I put an alert here. When they start to curve, you get out. So you might get out somewhere at the 12, and we usually use 3x. That would have been a 30%, 37% gain, right? So there's the first one. Bang. Here's number two. All right. Look at number two. And what I'm trying to teach you to do is do the same thing over and over again and stop using your emotions. So look, had you got long this low stochastics on the 1 hour, right there, another 6.9% gain, right? Now you add those two up, I mean, you're looking at almost damn near 20%. You do that 5 times, you've doubled up your entire portfolio. 10 of those. So, let's go to the third one. The third one right here. So again, look. And had you gotten out when this got high, it was right there. So look, it only got you about 5.66%. Here's your next one. Number 3, right? So check this out. And let me do this. This is important because people need this drilled in. I need this drilled in. Look at this 3. Again, you would have longed the stochastics on the 1 hour. That would have rendered you a nice, beautiful gain as well. All right. I guess I can't record at the same time. Hold on. I hope I didn't lose the stream. Tell me I didn't lose the stream. I'm on fire right now. Nah, it's good. All right. Might be a little latent or something, but it seems like we're fine. Seems like we're fine. All right. Working. Drago is legit. I'm hungry now. You're here. All right. Sammy Cuphead, check out Polka Dot when you get a chance. Shout out to Jordan Cazillo with the 1999 super chat. Thank you so much for the love, man. I will record it. Shout out to Glassy Cladone. Thanks, man. Yeah, now it's like acting up. Now my widget's acting up. But so far, but my stream indicates that I did not lose any frames. So that's a good thing. YouTube's giving errors, but the stream says I didn't lose a frame. So. Already up in the jump trade, NFA. Look at the jump banging on him. Look at that thing. Banging on him. Look at that thing. Bang, bang, bang. 8.9% gains like that, faster than fast. Try to tell you, man, the kid's good at this. Bang, bang, bang. 7-minute pump. Look at that. 21 minutes, 8% gains. Juke for the win, baby. Shout out to my lifers. Damn, it feels good to be a lifer, don't it? Damn, it feels good to be a lifer, man. Man. Let's go, lifers. Let's go. Hottest trading group in YouTube, man. Come on. Nobody does it the way we do it and has fun doing it. Feels good doing it. Sends a positive message while we're doing it. Helps others while we're doing it. Let me finish my exercise, please. So 3 now. So now we're talking about the third one. 5%. So first one, 12%, 5%, 5%. Had they been 3x leverage, you're talking 15, 15, and 36. But again, okay? And then you got out when you got hot, when it was hot. Now you waited for the 1 hour to get low again, okay? And look, it double bottomed here. I might have avoided that. Had you not, you could have said, okay, fine. Number 4 was just a play, But honestly, I wait, and I wait for the divergence, and I have some other things that we're going for. And look, you'd wait for the divergence. So my system would have waited for the divergence. Would have been swing down to swing down. Take your double swing right there. Bang, bang. And then the low stochastic, right? So again, there would have been the 4. So here's number 4 now. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And I'm not going to stop till we get to the end. And so look, 4. And what happened to number 4 here? 5.3%. If you got wrecked yesterday, if you're still in a short right now, this is something you need to watch. Like, you need to sit here and watch this. This is very important. And you need to do this yourself over and over again. And look, the trade ended right there. And that was time to get out. Actually, right here. Sorry. I'm mismatching. And now it's time to get out right there. Another 5, about 5, a little under. That one was only like 4%. But again, I just get out when I'm high on the Stokes. Then we had number 5. And look, every one of these would have gained money. You would have gained it. You would have hit it. Number 5 right here. Right? And this one would have given you about 5%. Isn't this crazy? You keep going. Number 6, here's the number 6 one. And had you run this one up to that, yeah, I mean, there's another 5%. You see what I'm putting down here? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, here's 6. Okay. And here's 7. It was like nil. I'm not trying to say it's guaranteed. Like that was 2.4%. You could almost, I would call number 7 a fail because that's just such a small percentage. So you could say 7 just you know, and then you waited to come down here again, but then boom. I mean, number 8 was nice. I mean, another 4 or 5% out of number 8. Nobody else will do this. That's why I wanted to wait for the likes to come in because this is important. I want people to really care about this. See what's happening. 6, 7, 8, right? Look, then you get down here. This one would have been whack. All right, number 9. But again, you would have seen that you didn't break previous resistance. Like you would have had resistance up here and be like, all right, Stokes got to move. And as a trader, I'm always like, well, if the Stokes push up and we don't break the previous high, look for a big short. So like I might not even have traded that one. But let's just say you did. But again, I believe my system would have avoided that. But let's just say it didn't because I don't want to act like a know-it-all. Let's just say it didn't, and that's number 9. And it just boom, and you got stopped out. Still got like a 1% maybe, but whatever, you know. You could say no good. But out of 9 now, really 2 were kind of duds, 7 and 9 were duds, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 8 were all winners. Okay. And what I want to prove to you is eventually you're going to get, and of all the ones, 2 of them were bigger winners. All right, so let's keep it moving to number 10. So there we are, 10, right? And you're low on the stochastics. Again, right here is the entry. Could have added this. Yeah, there's your 9 that did nothing. That was our X. That one was whack. And there's 7 that did nothing. That was kind of our X. This little like, and actually it wasn't even really, yeah, you got fine. You could put 7 there as an X, yeah. Now we came up, we did a half droop dip. Now I teach that the only reason this doesn't go all the way down is because the 15-minute is extremely low. So if you put an Alt V here and you go back to the 15-minute and see that the 15-minute is beat to the ground on the blue line and this double bottomed, that would have been an entry for me. Okay. Also, that would have been a support and resistance bounce off the 200-day moving average on the 15, and that's previous resistance, and you're bouncing off support right there. All right. Insanity, right? But boom, I mean, that's how you read that. However, you could have said, oh, it wasn't low, you didn't get in on that one, and you may have missed that. Possibly, but at the same time, I don't, you know, my system, the 15-minute would have been low, bouncing off support or resistance, and you can see this is another reset, but bang. I mean, big move there. You can say, fine, even if you missed that move, which is fine. Say you didn't, because that was hard. Not everyone hit that. 10%, right? Now we're here again. So what do you think we should do based on what we've seen before? Anybody? Anyone in the comment section? What would you do based on the probability of what you've seen before now? Right? For this 12th setup. Setup number 12. Right? I personally would long this because the probabilities say that that's what I got to do. Now, if I got stopped out and it doesn't work, that's fine with me. Because out of the last 12 times, I'm good about 8 or 10 or 8 out of 9 of them. You get what I'm saying? And so the idea is to be consistent. People lose their ability to trade because they're not consistent. I pick a certain way to trade and I do it over and over again. It's the only reason I'm consistent. It's the only reason that I pull out wins. Look at Ju, right? And look, now why is Jupe coming down? Why? Because the 7-minute got extended. The 7-minute is overextended. Doesn't mean it's over, but it means it's got to come down and touch the 21-day moving average. These are the laws of gravity in trading. This is just what has to happen here. That'll be quick, 10, 20 minutes, we'll see, and we'll move on out. All right? Doesn't mean you have to jump out of the trade, and that's why I tell beginners, maybe you don't want to look at smaller time frames. They'll freak you out. Stick to this 1 hour. Wait for this 1 hour to play out. You won't see that redness right now. You'll just see a wick. It won't freak you out as much. You want to know more, you go to the smaller time frames. I couldn't handle the smaller time frames when I first began because this would have scared me out of the trade. I wouldn't have been able to see the trade through fruition because I kept going. And this is what a lot of beginners do. They get into the 1 hour trade, but then they're looking at the 15, the 5, and they're like, oh my God, it's red. And they start selling on this red candle here. You got to realize that every single time frame has to do its oscillation. It's got to move through its motions. And nothing's guaranteed as well. I mean, 8% in 21 minutes is pretty sweet. I even wouldn't be, taking profits out of that would be a smart idea, So again, bang, bang, bang though, and we'll see where this goes. It's not over yet as far as I'm concerned. The 1 hour isn't even close to being over, it's still oversold. Like it's got to get up here for me to really want to get out of the trade. And it definitely broke a trend line. So you got a breach of a trend line. This thing looks like it could power more. And psychological resistance and support was 3 cents. You have to think about that as well. Okay. So I hope everyone liked this cool example that we just did here. We went through these last 12 times the Stokes were low in the 1 hour and took you through all the different ideas. And then you can, on top of that, you throw in shapes, like you throw in shapes, you throw in falling wedges that break up 68% of the time. Right? The idea that this was a cup and handle, I actually did draw this. Suggested that we may be in a cup and handle here. So as you can see, now I also have something in the thumbnail today. It says Bitcoin be mentally strong in the face of the market maker, right? And it says 3, reasons why we may have bottomed, right? I don't know why we lost people why I did that example. You think we would have gained more people? The viewership went all the way back down to 192. That doesn't make sense when the likes went up to 272. So the likes fly up to 272, but they take away viewers. Guys, more people are watching this than they're saying. I'm telling you right now, there's more people watching this than they're saying. I bet there's like 300 people watching the live stream right now, maybe even 350. Because to get 272 likes and $145 in super chats, and on 200 viewers is almost impossible. Look at current viewers is now 1. It's saying 1 person is watching right now. This is hilarious. Then it went to 195. You see how that just went to 1? Then it went back to, and it's like they were doing a joke with me, right? Right as I was saying, more people are probably watching right now. They brought it to a 1. Mine just said viewers 1, right? I mean, it's hilarious. Like we know they're messing around now. Like it said there was only 1. It's doing it again. Look, it's saying there's only 1 person. Look, they're messing with us. Look, they hear me and they're like, oh, we're going to mess with you now. That's so funny. That shows our power. Like, that shows how powerful I am. Like, we are a powerful group of people. The algo doesn't even know what to do with us. Give us our viewers, man. You know there's 300 people watching. You know when you get to 270 likes. When do you see more likes than viewers? I never see it. I never see it. It's so rare. 2 people watching now. Yeah. Agent Smith is the watcher. No one is joking. And you, Sammy. Where my lifers at? Where my lifers at? Let's take a look at FTT, PGX, and Polkadot. But I hope you like this example here. And it was pretty fitting to me. Tells me why I should long right now. And if I just keep doing the same thing, it says that I'm going to be okay. Whether we go up or down. Whether the market dumps, and this happens in a bull run or a bear run, I'll still get my percentages off the 1 hour time frame. And that's why I like trading the 1 hour. Because I can pull money out of the market no matter what. All right. Let's take a look at Quant, my man, sending in a super chat for $5 from Smurfington. Mr. Smurfington. Mr. Oil Bean. Mr. Oil. Look at that Quant. It was in an ascending triangle, could break to the downside. It said, I'm out, baby, I'm out, and boomed to the upside. Let's take a look at Quant now, forming a bit of a flag here, oversold in the 1 hour, showing signs of life. Also, I believe Quant is part of the reset. I don't know why, but it is. All right, just know that it is. Quant, XLM, Algorand, Stellar Lumens are all part of the government reset. I don't know why Algorand, but Algorand is part of it all. Again, I know, don't take any of this as truth, all conspiracy theory, but at the same time, who knows what not to be true and what to be true in the face of secrecy. Shout out to all the people out there and jumping on into the live stream with the kit. Let's move this down a little bit. Let's clean this up. We could see this actually coming down. I could see price action coming down a little bit. All right. The only reason we have some space in the 1 hour pointing to the downside, a little bit of a bearish tone, right? Let's see if the 50-minute can flip on us and showing signs of life. It is. That's interesting. And that's when the 1 hour will actually go sideways. Let's zoom in on that now. So I look at the 15-minute, really the smallest time frame I'll go into, but I will look at it. You know, this music makes me want to talk about back then when I was only 12 years old. Me and my grandfather, we used to walk to the park together. And he used to talk to the squirrels. The squirrels would go right up to him, and he used to feed the squirrels right out of his hand. Right out of his hand. And I would say, Grandpa, how do you do that, Grandpa? How do you get the squirrels to eat out of your hand like that? And he said, son, all living beings can feel your vibration. All living beings know your true inner feelings. The squirrel knows that I have love in my heart, and I have nothing but just good vibration. Now, this is a complete lie. I'm just making a joke. The music just sounds cool. My grandfather died shingling when I was 9 years old or 8 years old. He fell off a roof, and he cracked his head, and my best friend found him in a pool of blood. It was amazing. Yeah, I actually took over his room, and I think I saw him in the middle of the night. I screamed. It was crazy. I made a rap song about it. You can listen to it one day if you'd like. Anyway, Quant does want to make a bit of a move. Could it come down here? So I got my safety symmetrical triangle inside. We might come down and bounce off 128. But if we hold this level, if Quant stays above 130, I would definitely see no reason why it can't get back to 190 and make a bit of a push to the upside. 4 hour for Quant's looking tasty. Shout out to Mrs. Smurvington for putting Quant on the radar. He's a smart chicken in the group, and you might want to get into a conversation with Mr. Smurvington. He's a smart dude, and he knows about the oil fields, man. He's like a strategic planner for an oil firm. Chevron. Dude's the man. R.I.P. sir, prayers up. No limits. When those partner, H-bar can't fail. I hold all the centralized coins. Fall by the big money. H-bar, Algo, DAG, XLM, ETC. Shout out to Craig Wayne. Hey, he's breaking it down for you. You might want to listen to what Craig Wayne said. You never know, though. Again, do your own research. None of us are financial advisors. We're all just trying to find our way through it all. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Gala, Loca, Playdap. Funny, M-Box coming back in the game. Moving. A lot of movement back up in the space. Interesting. Look at this guy. This is one of the biggest whales accumulating Bitcoin address. This guy, he's got 41,966 Bitcoin at $1.7 billion. And today, look, he sells 14. He buys at 41,966. He sells 14. He bought 29.76 around 41,900. He sold 140, 240. He bought 100. So he's just he's playing around. He bought 300, 144. He's buying and selling Bitcoin back and forth right now in the chop. He's just playing chop games. This is crazy. Look how many times he's buying and selling today. Look, on the 5th of he made so many buys and sells today. Look, 63, 30, 17, 61. He's out of his mind. Buying at 42.15. Wow, he bought a lot at 42 on the highs. At 42.150. Funny. This guy's funny, man. Watching these whales is interesting, right? So Quant. Keep Quant on the radar. We could see Quant make a bit of a move here to the upside. Watch Quant. And there's Jupe now flagging into the flag like I talked about. See? All is well that holds well. Look at that move. And you just got to watch this flag play with the 21, and then it's going to fly again if all is well. Go to a smaller time frame. Yeah, even the 1 minute may start to pump that action. Interesting. 1 hour still in your favor. No reason to stop that trade once it broke out, right? We called that breakout, though. Bang, 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 live on the channel. That's why people come to the live stream, because it really happens here. That should be, you know what? That should be the new logo. That should be the new thing. It really happens here. You know? Welcome to the live stream, where it really happens here. It actually happens here, like where it really happens. You know, welcome to the Crypto Lifer live stream, where it really happens, where it happens here. Like it really happens here, you know? Like it really happens here. Like other channels talk about what happened, go over what could have happened, show you what may happen. It really happens here, like right here, like right now. Like it happens right now, right here. It happens. I'm blown away by the stream. The stream itself blows me away. It's a microcosm of me and my life and you and us and the energy and the vibration. And I still don't truly understand what's happening. I'm on a ride. Like I'm on a crazy ride right now, and I'm just letting it go. Bearish engulfing candle on Cocos in the 1 minute, on the 1 hour. Wants to come on down. That breaks support. Look for it to come on down a little lower. Cocos did break out of this eventually to the upside. Didn't hold those gains though. Let me take a look here back at the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Can we look at Seller? It's just a matter of time. Let's look at PGX Dot and Seller. And let's look at DAG too. DAG. Constellation. DAG, look at this, dude. We talked about DAG earlier. And it's been moving to the upside. And look at this. Boythan Goyalth. It did break out. Look for the retest of this trend line. Could even say it's just still inside the panel. Inside the channel or in a... I feel like it broke out, because that's a flag right there. So we're still holding, you know, uptrends from that initial entry. We hit a lot of gains this week on the low. People didn't even realize we hit QSP for gains. We hit FRR for gains. We hit DAG for gains, right? We hit a little Hero for like 10%, not a lot, 10 or 12%. Hero 33 with the 33 in it. My leverage trade using Crypto Lifer tactics. I just finished leverage 20x trade on EGLD and netted 46%, 48% shorting. Kyle McCormick. My leverage trade using the Crypto Lifer tactics. Thank you so much. And you know, if you do something like that, it helps me a lot. If you not only do you write it here, I took a picture of it, but you can go here to Crypto Lifer testimonials. All right, I'll put the link right here in. You can go to the link right there, and you can write what you just said. I'll paste it in, but it's just not the same. So what I do is I'll take a picture and I'll paste it on in there. But when you write a heartfelt message and talk about getting gains, it's pretty sweet. Look at this. This is hilarious. Check it out. Look. One watching right now. I love this. This is the best. Oh, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. You can't. You can't. Yo, GALA just keeps banging on him. Insanity. Everyone's fiending for that EGLD. I'd stay away from it, but you never know. Telos looking like it wants to pop to the upside too as well. Wow, a lot of good charts in the channel, man. A lot of people posting some good stuff, some juicy things to watch. Interesting. Interesting. So I'd watch this flag here on DAG. All right. I still have it in a bigger channel going all the way up here to 22 cents though, 22 cents. So watch it closely, DAG. Okay. PGX. PGX. Not sure what PGX is or where I can find it. Pegasi. Polygon. Let's take a look at it on Dex Screener here. It has a $43 million market cap. It's 83 cents. Diluted 838. Max supply only 1 million? No, 1 billion. That's not too bad, really, considering a lot of these crazy coins out here. And look, what are we looking at here? This is DOMI Online. Remember DOMI. It's got 3 addresses. It's pretty good. Pegaxi Stone. What a great name, huh? So here's the USD pair, doubled up, kind of in a cup and handle. This thing could do damage and break on out. Not a lot of resistance. High risk, high reward for sure. But there you have it in a bit of a nutshell. Again, high risk, high reward, like little tiny micro coin. Anything could happen. 71% gains possibly coming out of this though. Write it down, do your own research. If you feel comfortable, it's on you. Am I jumping in? I don't think so. I'd have to think too much about it, and I don't have the time. Sammy Cuppenheady and Quant banging on him, Mr. Smurfington. Love you, Smurf. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, moving forward. 9:57, unbelievable. 8 to 10 goes by so fast on a Saturday night. How did the stream go by that fast? Why do I get anxiety before the stream every night? I don't understand. Been tuning in every day since your first appearance on Around the Blockchain, and it's truly mind-blowing how much you do and putting yourself on the line on the live. Banging on them every single day. Yo, I'm telling you, man, you'll never see anything like it. You'll never see anything like it. Let's take a look at my baby Phantom. And can Phantom do some damage tonight? Let's take a look at it on KuCoin. Phantom showing signs of life here on the 1 hour. It's got a breach. This flagito, but it's in a bit of a flag. It does want to break out. It's cup and handling its way through the chop. Phantom showing signs of life. We can see Phantom doing some damage. Damage cheese served with Phantom. Oversold on the 1 hour. Needs to come down on that 4 hour though. And I don't, and you got to touch that 21. So look for more downside for Phantom unless it can get some miracle push up. I see Phantom coming back down to the $2 region one more time. But then I'll tell you what, it's going to be oversold on the 4 hour. It's going to be oversold on the daily with momentum. And it's going to be coming down oversold on the 3 day as well. It's a good sign. The last 3 day move was, when it has a small 3 day move, look for a big move. That was 3 day. That was your 3 day. That was smaller than the last 3 day pullback. It's in a giant cup and handle. It's already breaching. I see Phantom going to $4.45 on the 3 day chart. So I'm playing the 3 day on these. And look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder there slightly But I like this cup and handle for Phantom on the 3 day chart. I like my target for Phantom here at $4.42. Love learning. No other MetaMask course out there that covers what Lifer teaches. You'll know what Lifer knows and more about how to navigate through the many gems in 2022 in 2 hours. MATIC finally breaking. I love this quote, Sam. Am I jumping into it? I'd have to think about it, and I don't have the time. You are funny. Deborah Hardy. Shout out to Deborah. Shorting CRV, not as volatile. Yeah, you're funny, man. But, CRV's, I believe it's going to pop soon, but you never know. Let's take a look at Polkadot. Thank you so much for the super chat for Polkadot. Let's take a look at Polkadot. Again, Polkadot needs to breach. I had it in this beautiful channel. Let me reassess. It did hit my stop loss there, as you can see. To me, it fell out of the pattern. Let me reassess here what I'm seeing. So pure resistance right there now. Strong resistance at 43. Support. Everything's watching Bitcoin. You can see this is the Bitcoin chart in a nutshell, right? If Bitcoin can't get above its like 54K area, then this is just everything's gonna get rejected. So it's kind of like as happy as I am for the alts, like Bitcoin has to move first, and then that money will flow from Bitcoin into the altcoins. It's just what's gonna have to happen. It's the flow. All right. So this could break out. I need to see it break this trend line first. It is pushing up on the 3-day chart. Again, like everything, the daily's overbought, like almost every single coin. So either we get a miracle toss here, or we do see some downside. 1 hour needs to push on up. It is flagging. So you got some mixed signals here. Can the 1 hour get you high enough out of the zone where you can actually breach the bigger trend? I'd be wary. I'd be watching that 4 hour closely when it's that high on the, But again, anything is possible. But probability wise, it's just not in my flavor for a move. So Cardano dumping MTX. Thank you so much, Q Ganjin, man. You're the man, dude. Kui Ganjin. Phantom. Happy Saturday night. Shout out to Bobby Fan. You're the man, Bobby. His name was Fing, rhyming with his thing as he ate a wing. Wow, that's pretty funny. Rhyming was his thing as he ate a wing. Elevated. LOL. Ha ha ha. Fing book. Then you didn't get wrecked, just underwater. I never sold. Shorting CRV, not as volatile. MATIC finally breaking. Let's take a look at MATIC. And honestly, like MATIC below $2 is just a shame. Such a shame. So MATIC breaching. Barely, it's almost about to breach. It hasn't breached yet. There's supportive resistance. MATIC needs to breach. Breach meaning it needs to get above its ascending triangle zone. 90% of the market's in this exact zone. All right, will it do it? The 1 hour suggested it may, but I don't know. I don't think so. You may end your momentum here. Remember that 4 hours pressing on you with lack of momentum. Look for MATIC to come probably back down to 159, 160 and regress before it can kind of zoom back up to the upside. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing that, but that's just, I'm not seeing the momentum for MATIC. All right. I'm just not seeing it. Funny, just got a bit of a move push. It looked a lot like Jupe for a second. This is Justin Sun's coin. He has Just and he also has Sun. His name being Justin Sun. He's not a vain man at all. Whatever. He called coins after his own self. Whatever. Do whatever you want, right? So this is Just coin. Could make a bit of a move here. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour shows that it could flip here and move up, right? And it's actually showing signs of support. It had popped twice in a row here. Be wary of it. Be careful. But I'm just putting it on your radar. You might want to write it down. And I don't like it for long term at all. Like, I would swing trade it and never look at it again. I just want to make that very clear. Okay. I have to say, Lifer is helping so much. Feels like a second chance in a way. Shout out to Ryan Proto. Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. And again, if you could put that in the testimonial, it really helps other people who are on the fence join and jump on in. So throw that in the testimonial, what you just said. Put a little story behind it. Let us know how you feel, and it really, really helps. Instead of me just copy and pasting what you said, your words are just way stronger than mine, and I get to read them too, and they're worth way more than money. And I'd love to hear that. Crypto changed my life too. Shout out to Gina, Bobina. MetaMask course out there that covers what Lifer teaches. Yeah, jump on into my courses too. I have a course on Monday and a course on Tuesday and a course on Friday. The courses will blow your mind. All right? Blow your mind. I'm telling you. Like, I put a lot into them, a lot of care, a lot of thought, and a lot of effort. Like, I'm winded at the end of these. My beginner's course here every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. Email Crypto Lifers if you want to pay in cryptocurrency or PayPal. Jump on in. There's also a link in the description that automates it real quick. You'll get sent a link to jump on into that class about a few hours beforehand. It's every Tuesday from 3 to 5, and you can even sign up until about 2 o'clock, 2:15. Email CryptoLifers@gmail if you want to take a course, if you want to know what I'm doing. If you like the results that you see me do on the live, if you want to be able to recreate these things, jump on into the course. It's only $100. I don't ask a lot. It's not reoccurring. $100, see where it takes you. You know, get to know me and see where it goes. And then you can join my trading group if you like my vibe and you want more. I also do it every Friday from 1 to 3. So that's Tuesday from 3 to 5. And then every Friday, and this is Eastern time, New York City time. Every Friday from 1 to 3, I do a MetaMask and DeFi course. I teach you how to connect to the top 7 chains. Solana, MATIC, Aave, right? Solana, MATIC, Phantom, right? Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Harmony One, Ethereum, right? And everything you need to know really to get started, how to make an LP token, how to split a token, how to stake, how to farm, and the difference between them all. How to find a pool, what a pool is, what impermanent loss is, and more. Jump into that class, it'll blow your mind. Okay, enough shilling for my classes. I've shilled enough today. I have shilled enough. Lifers Saturday nights. Sam banging on him on OnlyFans too. So funny. Is GALA going to break that 60%? Can I get the watchers up to the likers? I would greatly appreciate it. Seems like MATIC rolls by its own beat at times. I get a bag. I got a bag. Yeah, I do too. I agree with you. What about how to spot a rug pull? I mean, that's not that easy. You got to be careful. But, you know, you can go into the back end, and we have people that do that too in my group. I have analysts who are really hard. Like, they're really good at on-chain analysis. And we stay away from rug pulls here. We're pretty good at avoiding them, right? Sam, OF is what I need in life. I'm waiting for him to read that T-Money. LOL, Gina. The OnlyFans. I read the OnlyFans. It was hilarious. Share your OnlyFans link. I'm not on OnlyFans, YouTube. You guys are going to get me. Chilly out. Yeah, it's freezing out here. If you're a Bostonian, I mean, 18 degrees with a wind chill. It's not fun out here. 17 just went down 1 while I talked about it. Like, let's make it colder on them. You know. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm going to jump out for the night. I appreciate everyone for coming on in. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for jumping on in. From 8 to 10 every Saturday night. You know I'm going to bring it to you live, 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 live. You know I'll bring it to you live. Everyone except me, I'm a DGen. 1 hour getting tight on Bitcoin. It is. It's brick outside, kid. It's so brick out there, man. It's so brick out there, bro. Look, Just and Sun both getting busy. So just saying, you know, both coins following each other. If Just pumps, Sun pumps. You know, and honestly, if Tron, it's really they follow Tron. So it tells me is Tron pumping, because if they all pump, then Tron pumps. Right? I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe is Tron. Yeah, see, look. These two coins follow Tron. So Tron pumps, you can make a little play on Just or Sun. All right? Just something you know. You might not have known that, now you do. Very similar to playing Serum or Radium when Solana pumps. They like to follow Solana. Avalanche, Chi likes to follow Avalanche, and things of that nature. These are also things people learn in the group. Thank you so much. This was a great stream. This was a good stream. It was, wasn't it? Felt really good. Funny, when I got into the stream, I had some anxiety. It felt weird. I'll tell you what, this stream sets me straight every time. When I'm doing what I love to do, everything feels complete and right. And so I can't complain. Thanks for all the knowledge you just dropped. K-Dub, anytime, man. 100, man. Feeling zerpy. XRP, feeling zerpy. I love you. I'm feeling zerpy today. I like that. That's funny, man. I'm feeling zerpy today. I want to slurp some zerp. Let's take a look at CRV real quick. Forming a bit of a flag on the 1 hour. This thing looks like it's about to pop hard. I'd watch CRV very close. Looks like it's going to do some damage. Bouncing off previous resistance as well. Resistance. Support right there. I'd watch CRV for some gains on the 1 hour to the upside. CRV. And I'll keep my room updated. We'll talk about Bitcoin before I go to bed. I'll take an hour break and sit with my wife. My back hurts, I'm telling you. My back hurts for carrying crypto. YouTube. Nah, I'm just messing around. But I love y'all. You teach scalping and day trading techniques. I could trade the 1 minute. I could trade the weekly. I could trade the 3 day. I could trade the 15, the 7 minute, the 5 minute. I could trade any single time frame. And I can teach you how to do it as well. The tactics and the skills that I use can be assimilated to any single time frame. You can put them on any time frame and get busy with them. CRV in a beautiful cup and handle, looking like it wants to blast up. 15% gains, 346. Target on that is $4 bean, psychological $4, right? Don't get caught up in the mix. Don't get caught up in the twist, right? Also, I just got to answer the 3 reasons why I believe Bitcoin may have bottomed. Let's talk about Bitcoin USD here on Coinbase. Okay, let's go over the weekly chart. All right. Now, if you saw me on BitBoy, I talked about the idea of tweezer bottoms of matching candles. We had 2 matching candles here that would tweezer bottom. Okay. It was imperative that we would get that green weekly candle. Okay. Here again, we would have matching candles. Okay. That would tweezer bottom. This is just one idea that I got going. Doesn't have to be, but tweezer bottom, matching candles, tweezer bottom, matching candles. Okay. They close and open basically at the same exact place. Now, I guess they always have to close it open at the same place. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been another red candle that kept dumping. But it didn't. It reversed at the same place where this came down to a bottom. You saw it here too. Right here. So you saw it 1, 2. Here's the 3rd time you saw it. The candles close together with tweezer bottoms. Okay. And now, and again, and then the next candle after that was a big green candle. Next candle after that was a big green candle. Right? Even here in the pandemic dump, you had 2 weekly tweezer bottoms. So this is how we get out of down periods. And then another green candle. Here, right here. The lowest we ever went. $3,100 Bitcoin. I bought down there. I can say in the face, I bought down there. I bought on the pandemic. Insanity. Hey, you do what you got to do to survive, right? When you push someone into a hole, they'll do whatever they have to do to survive, and I had to buy Bitcoin to survive. Like, now you could say, okay, we've tweezer bottomed before, right there, but we had a red candle next. A red candle next. This will be the first time we tweezer bottom with a green candle. I'm telling you right now, if this candle closes on the weekly, which is in 20 days, in 20 hours, right? This candle closes on the weekly. It's going to be a beautiful weekly close. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to fulfill this, and that. And it's going to look exactly like the last 3 reversals in a row. And that's a reason why I believe we have bottomed for Bitcoin. So it's my first reason why we have bottomed for Bitcoin. And again, I don't make these until we begin to bottom. Remember, I don't make these videos. The last time I made one of these videos, I nailed it. I said there are 3 signs that we have seen a bottom for Bitcoin. Okay. Here's my next sign that we have seen a bottom for Bitcoin. If I take this swing to this swing, it swings to the upside. If I take this swing to this swing, it swings to the downside. That is hidden bullish divergence. It tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. For this to be a true idea and brought into true fruition, we need to have low stochastics on the RSI, stochastics RSI. We do. So hidden bullish divergence. When's the last time I saw this? Was here. We had swing up to swing up. We had swing down to swing down. We had hidden bullish divergence. And we were low on the stochastics. And we would blast to the upside. Okay. So I just want to put that out there. All right. Also, you notice the green zone doesn't get low on the MCX. Only really whenever we bottom, the green just gets into the second quadrant. The second quadrant. And look, we're in the second quadrant. So, strong indicator as well. All right. That's my second reason why I believe we have bottomed. Hidden bullish divergence has now been established with that candle being closed that way, especially if we close on the weekly green. Unless this candle gives it all back, which is highly unlikely in 20 hours, we're going to see some fireworks. This potentially is a reversal in the market. Okay. I don't like to, and I don't want to guarantee it for anybody. Not guaranteeing this stuff. But I am starting to build a case. Okay, MACD turning pink. Blue line curving. When's the last time that happened? Was right around here. We start to form a bottom. Doesn't mean we can't go down a little lower or do some funky stuff here. But I don't know if we ever go lower than these 2 wicks. Okay? Just like here. Or here. Another thing that I want to talk about. This chart goes all the way back to 2015. 2014, December. And if you look at the stochastics RSI, which is my go-to to accumulate BTC, I accumulate Bitcoin here, a little bit there, here. And you can say only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times Bitcoin's been this low in the last 7 years, 8 years even, 2014, 8 years, right? 7.5. So this was a beautiful low price. This wasn't a bad price, right around 6,000. This was your lows here, which actually almost didn't even make it in. Here's your pandemic dump, which didn't even make it in. Here's your low there. And here's your super corrective low, 30K. And here you are again. You only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 times to accumulate Bitcoin at those levels. And so in my mind, if I don't accumulate Bitcoin at the level right now, I am a fool. I'm someone who doesn't know how to read a chart, and I'm an emotional guy. So instead of using my emotions, I use the chart. This fear and greed was deep in the red, in the 9 and the 10s. We were at the $33,000 region, 30K region. A lot of people said we were going to 10K, 15K. Richard Hart swore up and down 10K, 14K. A lot of traders said, I'm getting a short. We're going to 20K. I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I said, because I don't know, I said, the only thing I do know is whenever I'm low on the weekly and this fear and greed index is in this shaded zone, I said, I buy as much Bitcoin as I can. And I said, that's the only thing I do know. All right. And so that's what I did. And that's what I continue to do. Now it's getting out of the region where I kind of like stop accumulating. It's got to be shady. I'll accumulate up until the middle section here. So I'll still get down, but wow, back at 37, the fear and greed index is starting to make a bit of a move here. Also, this is another day that we have no other markets to mess with us. We don't have to watch world markets. We're free tonight. So that's another reason. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to give you my 3 reasons why I believe Bitcoin has found a bit of a bottom here, and we may begin to move to the upside and start our next move start our next moon mission. Not guaranteeing it. I'm not saying for sure. I'm not saying long your life. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. But I'm just pointing some things out that I haven't seen in a while and that show me signs of life. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the 300 likes. Unbelievable. Shout out to 300 likes with 1 viewer watching. Unbelievable. The fact that they can move that around however they want is insane. But again, thank you for smushing. Thank you for jumping on in. And thank you for being here. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to all my peoples. Shout out to everybody hanging out with the Crypto Lifer. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to Akasha. Akasha, you see you got your wrench? I don't know if you noticed. I slid a wrench at you without saying a word. You might actually notice the wrench, but I slid it at you on the low. Appreciate everybody for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Be safe. Have a great day. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.